I was born to preach the gospel. I was born to preach the gospel. I was born to preach the gospel. And I sure do love my job. Yeah. I was born to preach the gospel. I was born to preach the gospel. I'm born to preach the gospel. And I sure do love my job. Yeah. Yes, I really love my job. I'm a disciple that makes disciples, that makes disciples. Oh, I'm a disciple that makes disciples, that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples, that makes disciples. Yes, I'm a disciple that makes disciples, that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples, that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples, that makes disciples. Get firmly rooted. So let's get firmly rooted. Let's get firmly rooted. So let's get firmly rooted. Oh, I'm a disciple that makes disciples, that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples, that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples, that makes disciples. Let's get firmly rooted. Firmly rooted. Let's get firmly rooted. Yeshua, 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 Yeshua. I'm a disciple that makes disciples, that makes disciples. We're disciples that make disciples, that make disciples. We are disciples that make disciples, that make disciples. We are disciples that make disciples, that make disciples. Let's get firmly rooted. Firmly rooted.
Gentlemen, good morning to you. Pastor G in the house. Lenten blessings to you guys. I hope you had a great service last night. I trust that it was. I'm looking forward to catching that a little later. I always review your Sunday service, and I'm so blessed every time. So I'm just excited to hear what Pastor shared with you guys last night. We had a great service here, and yeah, it was kind of surreal. I have to just tell you. So every Wednesday now we have that tornado warning drills that go off. That it's literally like 100 yards from our building here, and it goes off at like noon and 7 o'clock. Well, our service started at 7, and so we had these sirens, which are ear piercing, and so we had to delay our service by like 3 or 4 minutes. And it was so, to me, it was so almost prophetic, because here what's happening in Ukraine, but air raid warnings are going off constantly. And we were trying to be in solidarity with our LCMC partners in Ukraine last night through Ash Wednesday. And it was just like, whoa, okay, this gives us just a little taste maybe of what they're experiencing. But anyway, hope you guys are doing well. Say hi to you guys here. Let's see. We got Ken Gooch. Good morning. Tony Agro. Good morning. Bert Reggiani. Good morning. Pastor Tom. Good morning. Ed Pila. Good morning. And Brian Flaming. Good morning. All right, guys. Well, hey, we're picking up right where we left off, looking at the return of the Lord. If you didn't catch yesterday's message, go ahead and maybe after we get done here, take a look at that, because it's really important just to kind of define the context with which we're working from, kind of the frame that Pastor Tom and I see eschatology. And again, I just want to make it so clear that should never be something that should divide us. We're all struggling, to understand, but this is kind of how we see it, and Paul continues with that now in verse 1 of chapter 5. He says, "Now, brothers and sisters, about times and dates we do not need to write to you, for you know very well that the day of the Lord will come like a thief in the night." So first of all, he's just congratulations, Thessalonians. Okay, it's like they're not the ones that are predicting the actual day of the Lord's return. I'm so weary of, and I'm sure you are too, of these people throughout the ages who say, okay, on March 9th, 2021, the Lord is coming back. Well, that came and went, and then there's no sort of accountability for those people. Then they suddenly disappear. It's just like, oh, so frustrating. But anyway, good job, Thessalonians. They were not a part of that end day setting crowd. And look what Paul says: "For you know very well that the day of the Lord will come like a thief in the night. While people are saying peace and safety, destruction will come on them suddenly as labor pains on a pregnant woman, and they will not escape." All right, guys, here's where I think we really need to do our research, because this can be very challenging when you look at the scope of the day of the Lord passages in the Old Testament and the New Testament. From my readings, almost all of those passages concern great tribulation happening. I mean, just read Revelation, right? We got the bowls of wrath being poured out, and all of this, the judgment. All of these great, signs in the sky, and wars, rumors of wars Jesus talked about. All of these things are coming to pass. But now Paul is saying that the day of the Lord is going to come like a thief in the night, right? So what's up? Well, I think the key is contained in verse 3. So guys, look with me. It says, while people are saying peace and safety. Okay, that's the key. They're saying peace and safety, but there's not peace and safety, right? The Antichrist is building up. There's all of the enemy forces are making their way towards Jerusalem, getting ready for the Battle of Armageddon. It's going to be all sort of culminating in that area. But what is simultaneously happening? The Antichrist is coming with his deception, right? And so he's going to deceive the world. He's going to deceive even the elect, if that were possible, right? So we have, in the midst of this tribulation, we've got this great deception of people thinking things are okay. And I don't want to get too political, going with the State of the Union speech, but we heard that things are actually pretty good. So and I'm not just picking on our president. Other presidents have done that too. It's I think it's kind of their obligation to reassure us that everything is fine. Well, I mean, come on, open your eyes, right? We're looking at inflation that's just through the roof. We've got this war happening in Ukraine. That things are we're still reeling from COVID. We've got there's just things are not. There's not peace and safety right now, but that is sort of the end times mindset to be aware of, that people are going to be saying peace and safety. So, brothers, as we discern the signs of the times, it's very important that we don't get caught up in that narrative of going, oh yeah, well maybe things are good. Maybe his coming is going to be a ways off. Peter warns the brothers. He says, remember that one day is like 1,000 years with the Lord, and 1,000 years is like a day. Okay, so Peter warns. He says, what's going to happen? You're going to have scoffers come. They're going to scoff. They're going to scoff at us and say, oh, you Christians are so concerned about the end of the world and all that. Just look at the stability of our stock market or whatever. And so we have to have the eyes and the ears to be able to discern these things. Now, here's something else really important. I just discovered this morning in kind of researching this. In Revelation chapter 16, this is in the midst of the sixth angel has poured out his bowl on the river Euphrates. The water was dried up, so great tribulation things happening everywhere. The demonic spirits are being unleashed, and all of that. It says in the midst of that, he says, "Behold, I am coming like a thief." And I thought, wow, okay, there it is, right? So the Lord is going to surprise this world system as they are building up, as it says, unclean spirits like frogs from the false prophet are coming out onto the earth. And so brothers, how do we reel this in? Listen, I just feel that this is our time right now to be awake, to be sober to the reality that this, many antichrists are already here. Okay, the antichrist spirit is already alive and well. Let's remember that it is going to be whether it's whether the antichrist takes the form of one literal man or it's a world system. Whoever the antichrist is, he is going to be deceiving everyone into thinking that things are okay when they are not. So brothers, I want to challenge you. What are some things you're seeing right now that are not okay, but the world is saying they are okay? All right. I think I mean, obviously all we have to do is flip on the television and look at it, 30 seconds of commercials, and we're going to see things that the world is telling us are okay when we're going, no, that doesn't pass the sniff test, right? Like, so anyway, guys, I hope that's encouraging. I've always been a little confused about that, right? How could the day of the Lord be like a thief in the night when there's so much tribulation associated with the day of the Lord in almost every other passage? I think this is maybe the answer, is that that he is going to come when everyone else is saying we're doing great, even though you and I know we're not. So there it is. All right. Pastor Tom says this. I love it. Like the times of Noah, they were all eating and drinking. All is good. Then the rain comes. Amen. Pastor Tom, thank you. Mike, good morning. All right, guys. Hey, have a great day. Make it a firmly rooted day. May someone see Jesus in us today. And I'll be back at 8:30 for Strengthening Our Roots. And then tomorrow, hoping to catch, who knows, Steve Giroux or someone else for Rooted Men, but always do a great job. So love you guys, and keep going strong.